What's y'all, man? It's your boy Phanto. What's up, y'all? No fappers, man. Now I'm back with another video, and I was thinking, right, because I said something in my past video. I don't know why it kind of stuck with me. You ever have like a thought, maybe you read something, maybe someone tells you something, it like lingers around in your mind for like a long time, bro? Because that happens to me a lot, and I feel like it happens to a lot of different people. But like a lot of times I feel like it's maybe the subconscious or something like that. I'm no scientist, but it's trying to figure out some deeper meaning, bro. Like this is completely off topic, but whenever I used to take tests, bro, my teachers used to tell me, like, if you don't know the answer to a question, like, move to the next question, and your subconscious mind will like figure it out. And whenever you go back, you'll like be able to see it more clearly, right? Rather than just sitting there trying to think, because a lot of times your mind's fogged up. But I feel like, man, there's like stuff that will be on my mind, like kind of in the background. And I guess that's what meditation helps with too, bro. I mean, there's unlimited benefits there. But I was thinking, and one of the things that was lingering in my mind, right, that it usually has like a deeper meaning. Your mind's trying to figure something out. There's a reason it's lingering there. You know what I mean? Because the mind usually casts out stuff that has no value really quickly. But it was that I said in my past video, and for a long time, bro, I always felt this way. When I would tell people, like, hey, yeah, like, have a drink, or like smoke, or like, let's smoke, or do something. This is what I used to do, right? This was the old me. And someone would be like, no, dude, I don't smoke. Like, I just don't do that. I don't believe in that, right? And they would be vulnerable. They open up. They'd be like, nah, bro, I don't believe in that. It would like hurt me, bro. Like, physically, I would feel like my heart or my soul would get like wounded, right? Like my ego would get pierced, because I'd be like, bruh, like, I would feel like I could be that courageous, but like they just have more power than me. And I don't know why this was on my mind, but I was thinking about it, bro. And at the end of the day, like, I was thinking about sacrifice, right? We're all sacrificing something in life, bro. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Everyone's made sacrifices in life. Every single day, you might wake up early because you want to work out. You might wake up early to go to school. You might wake up early to go to work. You might give up eating fast food because you want to have a healthier body, or want to look better physically, or whatever it may be. But every day, bro, we make sacrifices. And in the long run, like the sacrifices I'm making, or if you're on a spiritual journey, no fap, you're making a huge sacrifice, right? You're giving up a pleasure that your body wants, right? You're sacrificing the pleasures that your body wants because you want spiritual growth, right? You want something better in the future. That's sacrifice. You're giving something up in the moment, more times than not, in the moment, for something better in the future, right? And that takes discipline, bro. That takes a lot of discipline. Like, if you're on no fap, that takes discipline, man. And at the end of the day, like, I respect, and someone told me the other day, I think it was yesterday, we were talking about New Year's resolutions, and someone was like, man, bro, like, I messed up. Like, yesterday I didn't go to the gym, or whatever New Year's resolution he had. And my friend was like, bro, that doesn't matter. You shouldn't be like, oh, I didn't go yesterday. It looks like I got to wait a whole year until I get back on the horse again. It's like a New Year's resolution. At the end of the day, you are putting forth the effort that you want to establish a habit. And a habit takes a long time. I've been reading a book about habits. I'm going to make a video about it. But, bro, he was saying, like, it doesn't matter you missed a day. At the end of the day, like, at least you're doing it. You're putting your foot forward. You're not going to create a habit and just go 365 days in a row. And that's the thing with NoFap, too. Y'all are failing at NoFap. Like, bro, it's not even failing. Like, you are at least attempting it. Like, I used to say that, bro, you go 8 days without NoFap. You're like, man, I can't even go 8 days. It's like, bro, you haven't gone 8 days. You haven't gone days without jacking off in your whole life, bro, ever since you started. And now, like, you were able to go 8 days. Now keep building off of it. And it's tough, bro. It took me a long time, right? And that was like a conflict I had, because I was like, I want to stop, but I can't. I have no power. It has a power over me. But I'm talking about sacrifice, right? And when I'm thinking about sacrifice, bro, I'm thinking about more so like I'm sacrificing for the moment, because I think the potential of what I'm sacrificing for is so much greater than what is right in front of me. Whatever pleasure's right in front of me. Because in my mind, it's like everyone can have that pleasure, right? What happens whenever you give that pleasure up and wait for something better to come? You know what I mean? And like, I was picturing it this way. I was picturing my life like a tree, bro. Like, I had an old life where I had a tree, and the tree represents like my life. And I had grown to a certain point, and that was the max. I stopped growing, right? I stopped growing. The seed, whatever that I planted, the soil, whatever, it stopped growing. I had reached a point, right? A peak. I had capped out, bro. My tree was capped out. And so at the end of the day, bro, I had nothing else to do. And since my tree stopped growing, it was starting to like decay. You know what I mean? If it stops growing, then what is it doing? It's either maintaining or it's starting to decay. And what's the point of maintaining? There's no point in maintaining. Like, if you're not growing, then what are you doing? And to me, like, the purpose of life is that you need to keep growing. And so I'm thinking like, okay, I need to chop down this tree and I need to start anew. But what happens whenever you chop down this tree and you start anew is that, bro, it's going to be a long time before this seed even replicates anything close to what your old tree was. You know what I mean? Like, for a long time, it's going to be a little tree. It's going to be a little tree. And that's kind of how I felt in those moments where I had this big tree, right? This was me. I had this big tree. Oh, I have this to show for it. And someone would tell me, bro, I don't smoke, I don't drink. They would be in a rebuilding stage where they were actually surrendering to a higher power. They were believing in something bigger than themselves. They were doing something different. They were sacrificing in the moment, right? And I would look at them like they had this little plant. And in the moment, I felt like I won. That's the thing. In the moment, it was like, I guess I won because, like, I'm going to get to do it and they won't. But I knew it was short-lived. Like, something in me was like, it's a short-lived victory. And at the end of the day, bro, let's be honest. All of these pleasures are short-lived anyway. Right? They're cut from the same cloth. It was a short-lived victory because it was only going to be a certain period of time that I would actually win. I really wasn't even going to win, bro, at the end of the day. Like, it was a short-lived victory, and that's what it all was, bro. Masturbation. It's short-lived. It has a cap, bro. And this is what I was thinking. Like, it has a cap. It has, like, a certain... Like, there's a reason why when you jack off, it's not just a drop of dopamine over 24 hours, right? Because it would be hard for you to be able to, like, I guess, be able to correlate that feeling of pleasure with jacking off. Instead, it's a whole bucket of dopamine as soon as you jack off, right? And that's its cap. That's its cap. You have to keep doing it in order to get that feeling again. And I'm not saying, this is one thing that I was like really thinking. I was trying to like correlate, okay, like I'm repeating the same act over and over again, but is that really bad? Like, if you study over and over, you work out over and over again, you meditate over and over again, that's not bad. Like, repeating an action isn't inherently bad, but repeating an action over and over again that has no result, it has no growth pattern, it's not going anywhere. Like, what is the point, bro? And that's where I was like, that's where I drew the line. Okay, I'm doing this, like, actions that I do, it either is putting me or growing the tree. I'm either watering the plant or I'm not doing anything. I'm wasting time. And that's what I realized. Okay, working out, I'm repeating the same action over and over again, but I'm getting somewhere. I'm building, I'm growing. And that's where I was on this old tree. It was no growth, right? The reason it was no growth is because what I was doing, the actions I was doing, was not stimulating growth in any way, bro. I was jacking off. What is jacking off doing for me? I feel the same exact pleasure over and over and over. No difference. The pleasure actually gets worse. It made me weaker. It wasn't doing anything for me. I was maintaining. And that's what I realized, bro. I was jacking off, right? Say I was smoking nicotine too. Say I was doing cocaine, bro. Anything I was doing, it got to a point where it became a part of me, so much to the fact that I would be watching porn and the videos had to get more and more precise. They had to get more and more crazy because I'm reaching a level of I forget what they call it, but my body it's not excited by that anymore. It's not excited by the dosage of nicotine anymore. It needs more. And then it adapts to that. It needs more. It needs more. It's just trying to maintain. I'm just trying to maintain. See what I was saying, the tree, bro? It's either maintaining or decaying. It wasn't growing. How was I growing? But when I'm meditating, when I'm reading, when I'm whatever, bro, working out, eating healthy, I'm at least down a certain path. And that's where, like, the one thing that keeps me going is I'm like, look, man, I may not go to a party. I might miss out on some fun. This girl might want to do something, and I'm missing out. And in the back of my mind, there's a, common man, there's an animal inside me that's saying, just do it. What's the point? It's all death and taxes, yada, yada, yada. But to me, I'm like, bro, I'm at least going somewhere. I'm at least on a path. Before, I was just maintaining. I'm at least growing. You know what I mean? Like keep that in mind, I guess, bro. Try to think, like, is what I'm doing actually helping me grow? Does it have a growth pattern? Are the repeated actions that I'm doing have a growth pattern? Because that's what I was thinking, like, bro, like, there's nothing bad with doing the same action over and over again. That's a habit. At the end of the day, that's a habit. There's nothing wrong with habits. Habits actually, like, is a shortcut for the brain, so we use less energy, and it can help more times than not. But our brain doesn't know the difference between a good habit and a bad habit. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I realized, bro. If I'm doing a habit, I have a habit, but it's not helping me grow, then what is it doing, really? If it's not helping me grow, then there's only a couple other things it's helping me do, and it's not good. I'm either maintaining, which is not good. If you're doing something over and over again just to stay the same, then that means that it's like integrated so much in part of you, it's basically an addiction. If it's helping you grow, then bro, it's helping you. It's like watering that tree. So I guess at the end of the day, bro, I'm saying the doubts come, bro. The sacrifices, you're literally giving up this figurative big tree. You're chopping it down because you know that this seed has way more potential. And in that time, you're looking at this small plant, you're thinking, okay, obviously, like, it's not as big as what it used to be, but it can be way greater. It's like, imagine in the NBA. You got like a 10-point scorer, 10-point per game scorer, but he's a rookie. He's 19 years old. Then you got this veteran, he's 37, and he's averaging 12 points a game. Yeah, you can objectively think, okay, this dude who's scoring 2 more points a game is better than the rookie, right? Technically, because he has 2 more points a game, but who has more potential, bro? Who would you rather have on your team? Who would you rather start with? Who has more room for growth? Because that dude who's 37, bro, everything after that season is going downhill. He's not improving anywhere, bro. There's no use. So I guess that's how I felt, bro. Like, I felt like I had reached a cap, and at the end of the day, everything I was doing had a cap. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, does working out have a cap? Does meditation have a cap? Does, like, do any of these things, reading, gaining knowledge, does this have a cap? There's really no cap. Like, our what do you call it, bro? Our growth, like, our power, bro, our purpose is unlimited, bro. We have no cap, but for some reason I was in this mindset, bro, living this life where everything had a cap. And my life had a cap with it, because what I was doing, I say, like, bro, you are what you continually do. Everything I did had a cap, and so my life had a cap. And I had to chop it down. My foundation was weak. I was only going to grow a certain amount. I was not growing at all. And it's like now, yeah, like, you're going to go through a moment of time where, okay, bro, like, I'm not, like, you could say objectively, like, okay, I'm weaker than what I used to be, right? I might not have as much friends. I don't feel happier. I might be going through certain struggles and stuff like that, but it's because you're facing your demons, bro, right? Before you were maintaining, you're fighting your demons, you're growing a stronger foundation. And that's what I'm saying. It's like you're struggling in the moment for the future, right? Until you reach a point in the future where you've outgrown your past self, right? And now you're living in the moment because you're sacrificing the future and for the future, bro. And then after that, life is good, bro. But there is a moment of sacrifice. And that's the reason a lot of people, like, there is, like, I say this before, there's like a bump in life that you kind of have to get over. And some people just reach that bump, or they reach that portion of the maze, and they don't want to backtrack. They stay where they are because they don't know. They fear the unknown. They might say, oh, man, this bump, man, it's tough. Or I don't want to grow this tree. Or they might be cutting down the tree. They might water a new one and then say, I give up. It's too hard. It's a struggle. And it is a struggle, bro. If it was easy, would you really want to do it? Think about it. That's the life you used to live. That's the life I used to live. Everything was easy. I took the easy way out, bro. I cut corners. So now, naturally, now that I'm on this good path, why would I want things to be easy, bro? Obviously, it's a struggle. Like, obviously, there's things, old habits that I need to take care of in my mind, bro. Because my brain, it's like a machine. Everyone's brain's like a machine. Right? It doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. You do. You do, but your brain doesn't. But anyway, man, I'll catch y'all, bro. It's Phanto.